All right, people, anyone tuning into this here transmission, it is I, the host, Zycon Ebb and Flow, yet again, back for another episode of Iris of Our Eye. I believe this one is number 43. We're churning these brother truckers, motherfuckers out real quick, all of a sudden. Dropping like two a week now, which is fucking, I've literally doubled my productivity, which is crazy. A little bit. Feels crazy to me. So today I'm sitting down. I should have asked this before we started. I'm sorry. Is it
Late,
Illith?
just late.
Lath?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Like it reads weird because it's supposed to read "I am late." So it's like there's an I and three lines. It's
Uh,
I am and then late, right? So it's my actual name, late.
okay,
Yeah,
cool. That's sick, dude. I like that.
I
Definitely like
appreciate
that.
it.
Real real name and artist name fucking fused together. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I guess
Looks
I'll
cool
say this.
though. Looks
Y-
good. Also. Yeah.
Yeah, very uh aesthetically pleasing maybe.
Yes.
My artist name is Eben Flowin, and that was my first name before I changed it to Zycon, and then like
Cool.
Flow because like rapping and all that shit, and
Mm.
Eben Flowin because we're doing it in real time. But I am Lathe sitting down today with a man. I believe he is in Europe right now,
Yes.
and that's where you're like based out of. Is it Berlin?
Cologne. It's like
Cologne.
the more hidden Berlin in Germany. It's like a hidden gem. Much less tourists. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ruin that for you and come visit at some point. I've never been to the old world, but I definitely want to go to my ancestors' homeland and Poland and
Oh, cool.
Germany and England and stuff. So that's not point, but that's where he's at. And he is a. If you couldn't tell, if you can, people listening they can't see, but for people, if you couldn't tell, the man is a DJ, mixes and makes music. I feel like there was like a lo-fi element to what I had remember hearing and
Yes.
like seeing.
Yes.
And so musician, DJ, and is there anything else that you do?
I play the guitar. I play the keyboard. A nice MIDI. I just bought this MIDI. It's pretty cool. It's from
Nice,
Innovation. Shout out to Innovation. Yeah, cool stuff. Really. Yeah, yeah.
sick man, sick. I also play the guitar and yeah, write the raps that I sling sometimes from time to time. There's nothing else. It's just all in the sound.
Yeah, most probably. Like I'm open. Like I just jam to whatever
Mm,
you put in front of me, and I just try to channel how I feel, take it from there. So
sure.
I come from Arabic background, so I'm originally from the Middle East. I have a brother who plays oud. I don't know if you've seen this guitar, fretless guitar that has like a back belly, right? I
Hmm.
turn on it. It's pretty tough, but I was able to come up with a few things. Yeah, it was really, really, really cool. Yeah. Well,
Cool. Nice man. Nice. No, I definitely probably after I edit it, throw up a picture of that instrument. But no, I've never.
we'll,
Maybe
we'll,
I've like heard it and I didn't know, but
I'll
I
send
never
you
like
later.
seen
You
it.
can post it. You can crop it into the thing. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. We're learning stuff. That's
Yes,
partially why I'm doing it. I love learning shit. But let's just fucking jump right in. What is art to you, Lathe?
right. Art is expression. The ability for a person to express themselves in a certain way, right?
Hmm.
There are many mediums to expression. Some people express themselves outside of art, but since we're talking about art, or like where music is within the art category, to stick to art. Yeah, and it has many forms: music, visuals, painting, 3D. Uh, yeah. Still, people. Me and my girlfriend have been watching this show on that on I don't know what platform. Face Off. They make. Yeah, it's really cool stuff, man. Like
Hmm.
movie stuff, right? Yeah, yeah.
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 What is it?
You can tell
Uh.
you can from that specific show you can understand the person by looking at their final finished project, right? You can learn a little bit about what they've been through and all that stuff. Right? Yeah,
Right, right. It's for anyone who doesn't know that show Face Off. I think it's on. I remember. I think either that or something similar to. It's called on Sci-Fi. But it's like special effect, like makeup. They do like the whole like the Monster of the Week kind of thing, where they just you get all like anytime like or like the thing from the Fantastic Four, just like the whole
yes,
like
yes,
set up like a rock monster or fucking like a dragon, anything like super
yeah,
crazy like that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's definitely expression, and then for as far as art goes, and the different like oh wow, vocabulary is the wrong word. What the fuck? It's not the different styles because that's like the individual person, but like the different arenas, I guess, or I'm just imagining like the different like because there's like performative, and then there's like visual, and then I guess I don't know if this one is like kind of its own thing, but like the healing arts, and then also like the martial arts, which I feel like is like the opposite of that. Or one is like you're trying to help people be well, and the other one you're trying to like ruin
Yeah.
people's well being. But that's just
Uh,
my fucking. I just like to be a little silly. That's just me.
yeah.
So I guess then, what brought you to music? Like, how did you get your ear in the door? I
Also,
guess.
I think it runs in the family. So like most of my siblings are musicians. So I was 12 years old, and I'm the youngest, by the way. I'm the youngest guy. They're
Hmm.
much older. We're an old family. I have a brother who's a professional singer. He sings in Arabic back in Jordan,
Hmm.
which is funny. Like in my parents' perspective, having like a spectrum of children, right? So like the oldest, the middle, the youngest. The oldest is doing really well in yeah, Middle Eastern music, and I'm going crazy listening to all types of stuff like metal, techno, jazz, and all that stuff, right? So it was like really nice for them to see. But yeah, so that's the whole like yeah. So like music runs in the family. I was 12 when a brother of mine, like this, the middle guy, bought me a guitar,
Hmm.
and I was actually into hip hop until then. Like I was into like the internet vibe, like Linkin Park, all that stuff, Limp Bizkit. And
Hmm.
then I brought a guitar. A friend of mine invited me to see Guns N' Roses for the first time, right? And I remember that day very well, man. I saw this guy called DJ Ashba. He was like the Slash replacement, right,
Hmm.
in that show. And I was like, ah, I have to become a guitarist. So like, this was a really crazy show, man. And ever
Yeah.
since I've been like practicing nonstop, and yeah, I had a very like yeah dynamic trip, let's call it, throughout like different music genres, right? So yeah, I started off with like hip hop, like bit metal, also like I was into that, and then rock, and then I had an emo phase. I don't know if you had one of those, but like I rode the emo phase. Also, was really cool. Had bangs and the raw stuff, and it
Hmm.
was really cool time, man. I was really listening to some really cool music, and then later on, I was like upgraded to thrash metal. I was only like hardcore metal heavy. Like this. If it's not thrash, if it's not Metallica or this type of Megadeth, these type of people, Testament, it's not music, right? Up until I moved to Germany, right? Up until I moved to Europe, and I wasn't really much into electronic music. Yeah, up until I came here and actually saw what goes behind the industry, what goes behind creating the music, the production, the mixing, and honestly, I'm humbled really so much that I uh, wish to like give my input into this industry. That's what I'm going through. This whole becoming an artist thing, right? I'm still
Hmm.
like upcoming. I'm not full fledged artist. It's like my second thing on the side, but hopefully it gets there solely for that purpose because I want to give back what I think or what I would like to hear in these clubs. Ever since I moved to Germany, it's been 10 years. I've been like a heavy raver. Like I've been to a lot of clubs and I've detected gaps in the scene that I'm trying to fill out, right? Fill with like some, for example, what I'm focused on right now is introducing lo-fi house to Cologne, and so it's
Hmm.
really lacking with that. Like, dude, I decided I bought this thing so I can listen. All I care about, I don't care about the performance. I don't care about the whatever. All I care about is hearing this music like on giant speakers. That's all I care about. And like enjoyed with the rest of the guys, with the rest of the crowd, right?
Right.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, that's what I'm focused on right now. Just getting these sounds throughout club speakers, right? Yeah.
Sure.
So
No,
that's
that
kind of my
that
journey. Kind of sums up my journey in short. Yeah.
sure. Right. Yeah. Yeah. There was something in there. It feels like the way that you are defining success is very like process driven. I mean, maybe yeah. There's always like you would that I'm maybe similar, different to me that there was this like new shiny novel thing that kind of comes along that you saw the guy who was the Slash stand-in and you're like, oh shit, dude, I gotta get on my guitar grind and like level
Right.
up doing that shit, and then you found this little like niche in Cologne that you're like trying to fill out and want to just make as like awesome and cool as you can. So I'm just curious, what do you use as a metric for success? Because you had said also that the not you don't really consider yourself like a full fledged artist. So I'm just wondering like where you make that distinction too. I guess too.
Personally, I've
Yeah.
so I moved to Germany to study. So I studied marketing. I worked in corporate for a while, and I ditched that. I ditched it because it wasn't really my space. I did my stuff. I did it successfully, and then 10 years or 8 years later, I stopped. And right now, I'm trying to achieve the same results. Like not results, but like there were these little moments, right? I had in the corporate industry, the corporate world that I wish to have in the music industry. So with my girlfriend started an agency, Plumba. So you reached out to us through Plumba, and I'm treating it as such. I'm treating it the way I was treating my previous 8 years. So for me, the definition of success is literally doing anything successfully, like just doing your thing right. Right. It doesn't matter whether you're picking up trash from the street or you're running a billion-dollar company. You do it right, you're successful. You do it wrong, you're unsuccessful. Really, there's no line. Right. So that's my definition of success. Um, numbers, like if you want to talk about numbers, seeing the pop culture stuff
Hmm.
really is very demotivating, man, because you lose yourself for numbers. You know, you lose your sound, you lose who your true essence. If you're after numbers, if you're after views, if you're after like if you sign into a record label, you're gone. But
Right.
then you see people like, for example, like from American music, someone like Travis Scott, for example, right? He went through this modern trap with the autotune, but he made it his. You know, he made it him. You know, this is why out of all the rappers I checked out, Travis Scott really stood out solely because of this. Because you can really feel Travis through the sound, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
not super familiar with Travis Scott stuff.
I highly recommend. Like, check out his live shows. He's crazy. He's like a vibe god, or like dude, like
Yeah.
crazy guy, man. He's a really crazy guy. Yeah.
Oh, there's so much good shit, man, dude, in the world. I just
Yeah.
like fucking. I'm such a weird. I feel like such a weirdo sometimes because I feel like I used to like say this, but now because I live in like a RV, so I say like I live under a
Intriguing.
rock, but now my rock like rolls around, so I can't just like act like I don't fucking I'm not in the world all the
Right.
time. But yeah, I'm fairly like hermetic in a way that I'm just like very like, do I want to interact with these people or like be involved with this kind of stuff? But
I understand. Yeah.
you can't ever find a new cool awesome shit if you're not like actually like open to like experimenting or like trying new things. So
Right.
it's a balancing act. But I don't know. I just want to take the segue you kind of like served up to me of like you said Travis Scott's a vibe god. So and obviously we said this before we started recording, or you had said that like you wanted to talk about the thing. So what do you how do you tie in spirituality or religion into your like artistic and creative like pursuits?
All right. Cool, man. Yes, that's the territory. That's the territory. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, like yeah, throughout raving mostly I discovered psytrance, goa psytrance. I don't know if you're familiar with this genre. It's
So I had this one homie that I worked with, John, Alien John. People on my job would call him, but he just sort of, yeah, like super. It's like I want to say Poison Mushroom was is a psytrance artist, but like because
yeah,
he's a super big raver from LA, and I don't really
mm,
know, but he that's what by osmosis or diffusion, that's what he told me about.
cool. Right, yeah, man. Crazy stuff like the psytrance. And I learned through it, like I was going there to check it out with 10 Indians. I was hanging out with 10 people from India that were in my university.
Hmm.
And we used to go there, man, a lot. And I used to just listen to the music. I was experimenting with psychedelic. I was like heavily taking psychedelics. And I learned to tap into like a trance state, right? I was really through the music. But regarding spirituality, yeah, man, yeah, like DJing. What is DJing? DJing, you're just mixing one track with the other one, right? But the art lies in curating your playlist, curating your sound in a sense that could take you on a trip, literally. Like after my psytrance phase, I moved to Berlin for a year to check it out. I had an internship also, so I was checking out these clubs, and man, like all the stuff you hear about how tough it is to get into the clubs and how crazy the scene is, man, it's true. Like really,
Hmm.
man, like they manage the crowd so that so that a rave could spark. You know, because like you go to a party or you go to a club, it's not always a rave. That's my understanding. That's what I'm trying to preach, right? It's not
Hmm.
always a rave. A rave happens because the crowd makes it. You know, they
Mm.
all just are quiet, man. Like no one is like talking, no one is on like fucked up on the phone, fucked up on drugs, causing issues. They're just helping the DJ get to his end result. Yeah. And oh my god, this stuff, man, I heard this stuff I experienced was really, yeah, as I said before, and I said it once again, extremely humbling, man. It's like, wow, what an industry. Oof. And the conversation I have with people there, you know, about like so my favorite club is Sisyphus. I highly recommend you check it out. If you're here, we can go all together check it out. Feel free, man. We're a bit of a hippie, like we're hippies, so
Hmm.
we can I love to do
Perfect.
these kind of things, right? Oh my
Yeah.
god, the conversations I was having after the break. We were talking about the music. We were talking about so what people do. Like there, I met complete nomads, man. Like nomads that live with their backpack. They don't know what time, day it is, all that stuff. They're just chilling. Yeah, really awesome stuff. It was like very mind opening, and that's when I started to deviate from my studies and my the corporation stuff, and I started to like focus more into this because it's really like you have to have your shit together first of all. Like really, you have to know your stuff. Yeah, and you need to like grind. Yeah, it's really and it's really cool, man. It's like really really cool. And from there, yeah, I started getting to Hinduism. I started getting to Buddhism. And since we're talking about music and the whole scope of this is music, I started finding sounds through mixed into some of these tracks, and I started to go to the source and their mantras or like chants or growls from different parts of the world that oh
Right.
my god, they're extremely powerful. And that's also something I'm trying to achieve here, that I'm trying to lead a crowd to a place where I can mix a very heavy spiritual sound from India, from so my background is Islam, so like my, I was brought up on that. So Quran can also have this effect, also like a very powerful effect that could liberate people, you know, make them think
Right.
different. You know, this good stuff, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
musicians are extremely peaceful people because you know, to an extent, not yeah, to an extent.
Yeah. Yeah. That's everything is about your intention, right? That like you fucking most musicians they just want to like have a good time and enjoy playing music. Maybe get laid.
Yeah.
If that's in there if that's probably since that but I think that's just a universal human experience. Most people aren't asexual. It's just a
Yeah,
thing that everybody wants. Yeah, it's just have a good time. I mean, improve. It's all in your mindset, right? And
yeah,
to the point of being around those people that like opened your mind to new experiences and everything. Yeah, psychedelics have that mystique or influence on us that they really can you if you're not an introspective person organically that they kind of they put you in a place to kind of make you do that especially I mean I assume that in a rave is more it would be definitely be probably more recreational but I come and that's where also started myself with doing psychedelics recreationally. But I've recently since started doing them like more ceremonially. I don't know which ones you i- have worked with or done, but I have been doing a lot of like ayahuasca and wachuma or San Pedro,
Cool,
and
man.
I found those really really enlightening, or like just like gotta like slow down and be present with the fuck's going on inside of you, which is easier said than done for a lot of people. Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's fucking crazy, crazy time. Um, let's see now. I'm just thinking maybe if you want to speak to if you I guess either influences or I mean because the you sort of already have spoken to like what I would think of as like goals for like the agency and yourself that you're trying to like make this impact and like grow the business or the organization. So yeah, maybe just like the influences of your music, and yeah, you had alluded to like the spiritual side of things, but and everything earlier. But yeah, just who do you feel like is like somebody like either yeah role model or just somebody that you like look up to in the scene that you're trying to like embody more of like their vibe.
Yeah, I was actually thinking a lot about this question. Like I read it through the list of questions. Yeah, well, it's tough to answer that because it's I don't know, man. Like most of the music I have, I don't know. I can't remember the name of the artist. And it's so
Mm.
good, man. It's just so good music. I don't know. I really don't know. There is sort of muse, right, or like a figure that I'm trying to achieve in the music industry. That's tough to say. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like the people who influence me, like from the metal world, for example, I heavily listen to metal. Like I'm wearing a Stray from the Path T-shirt. It's hardcore punk guys from New York. Really cool stuff. So this sound is for me. The head of the sound is a guy called Buster Oldham. He's from Sweden, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, he's behind many big bands in like Fall and Gent. I don't know if you into these genres, like extremely technical metal. I can share with you some links you can show to the people. He makes great sounds. Like as a producer, the mix he does, the sounds. I've been getting my guitar to sound like these guys, and oh my god, like the craft behind it. So that is this is someone I'm aspiring to absorb the sound. That's more or less right, and I'm trying to mix that into my music. Like these very low tuned. Heavy abstract guitar sounds, right? No vocals, just choppy stuff, very odd time signatures, tuck, tuck, tuck. I can share with you. Feel free to share with the people. It's really cool stuff. So there's that. From the electronic music, it's stuff, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
don't know. Yeah. For me, learning the guitar, the most thing I enjoyed, like the most part phase of learning the guitar was jazz, right? Because it's like really so much about how you feel rather than like that's how you make chords that don't work go together. Basically, if you can like just phrase it in the right way. So, like for example, I do know basic music theory, but I don't
Mm.
really apply it that much when I jam. Like let's say on my thing, and I can just sound jazzy without even looking at my keyboard because I'm like it's always making like I'm not feeling the anxiety of making a mistake, right? you know, so
Right.
you don't feel it, so you don't know I'm making a mistake, but like it all makes sense. You know, it can become abstract, and that's behind my like especially the house that I mix, the lo-fi house, is these like chord progressions taken from the real book, jazz real book, easy, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Um, all the producers, I'm assuming that they have decent knowledge of like music theory. Yeah.
You would think, or you would hope. It's a weird. I feel like sometimes it's like a weird hidden like knowledge that the way that like because you learn all the rules or like the theory of how you're supposed to make music, and then like the fun part comes in when you kind of like figure out how to break the rules and
Right.
put them together in your own unique way, your own original sound, which is I guess kind of what I wanted to ask next is like where do you feel like or like what is being original like mean to you? Like what is that? What is that?
Let me give you an example that I had. So you can learn production. I use Ableton, and you can just go to a YouTube video and copy paste and learn and do and make a sound happen, right? For
Mm,
example, I had friends from the U.S. and from Texas that were heavily involved in the hip hop industry, and they told me that like, hey, if you want to get into a certain studio, if you want to become a producer for a certain studio, you have to achieve a sound. You have to achieve their sound. Like for example, the guys behind the I don't know, like uh, Kid Cudi, I don't know, DJ Khaled, I don't know. For you to produce for these guys, you have to learn their sound, and that's an art form on its own
mm,
because you are like yeah, like getting your it's like acquiring enough knowledge for you to be able to fit into this space. Being original is just open it for me. I open an empty canvas, like an empty project. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I just tuck, 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 something comes out. That's all my decisions. That was all me. And that was how I was feeling. I have, if you would like to share, I have a link to my YouTube. I have 4 videos. They're
mm,
not marketed at all. I really didn't push them anywhere. I just what there were different phases in my life. I was feeling 4 different um like very strong emotions when I was and you can feel them 100% when you look at when you check out these videos.
mm,
Um each one depicts or like takes part of my past, right? I didn't know what I was doing. And it came out the way it is and I'm proud of it. People say it's cool. But yeah, I think it's even the footage is from a website called Pexel, but
mm,
I picked it up without a reference, with nothing, with just only how I was feeling. I had a hard
mm,
time, I had a hardship, I was extremely angry, and I'm here alone in Europe, man. It's really tough, and I was going through a lot of shit financially, school, people, loneliness, depression. Here when winter hits, man, it's it's really tough.
yeah,
So I used to, yeah, things come out of me,
right.
That's what I
Expression.
would define as original, like um, I have on my SoundCloud. I use SoundCloud. It's heavily used here in Germany, and in it I find projects that have 1 or 2 likes, and there are dude very challenging for you to as a producer to just like sit down and be like, how the fuck did he do that? Right? It's like, how did he come up with that? Like, oh my god, yeah. That's what I
Right,
would
right,
define
right.
as original. What I would define as unoriginal. I don't know the opposite of this word, but yeah, man. Like if you want to make it as a rapper, for example, or as a metal band, you're trying to sound like this guy, sound like that guy for views. Do some algorithm, see what people are listening to, or doing some trends. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Mm,
yeah.
in the techno world, this is something I can detect really well. Like when I first moved to Germany, all electronic music sounded the same to me. Dude. All techno sounded the same. Right now, oh
Mm,
my god, the difference really, man, is huge. So the techno scene is now struggling because it's becoming mainstream. So there's a lot of
mm,
TikTok techno coming out. Like they're yeah, like some girls wearing indecent stuff, going to a party, and the music. Sure, it's techno, but dude, no, absolutely not. And the DJs here, I don't want to like attack the industry or attack the people, but I go out. If you go out without checking who's playing and you don't know who's playing, that would be like hit or miss because you can go to a DJ who just downloaded the top 100 tracks on Beatport, for example. and
Hmm.
makes those because they're popular. Okay,
True.
where are you? You know, where are you in this? Okay, sure you can mix one track with the other. Your transitions are smooth and you look good and you're doing this, but what am I listening to? I can just go to Beatport and listen to this stuff, man, by myself, right?
Yeah.
Where are the hidden gems of you, of your past, of things like I have tried to do that I no one heard, no one, not even my girlfriend, no one heard. I'm saving those for a very special moment because they spoke to me in very weird times. They spoke to
Mm.
me in very like yeah intimate moment in my life, right?
Right.
So I would like to share it and hopefully have them hit people the way it hit me because yeah, it was very beautiful, like very like heavy stuff.
Right.
You know,
No, that makes sense. Yeah, there's a thing. Somebody, shit, I don't even remember where I learned this. Is a documentary that this somebody told me about. I'm assuming somebody that I interviewed. It's called "Everything Is a Remix," and it just kind of like goes over like a big swath of human history
mm,
about the music and everything, and how like these people took this sound from this band from a completely different genre, and they mixed it into the thing that they were doing, and then how that that plays together to like create original things by like riffing off of or like mixing together the things that you thought sounded good from something completely different, and how that's just like the quote that stuck with me. It's like good artists steal
yeah.
and great artists don't get caught. That's the kind of the thing. Yeah, but I definitely want us to check out the YouTube channel, and I would definitely want to listen to those the music and the sound to get a feel for what you were feeling. I think that's kind of one of the magical things about music or sound in general, is that it translates and transcends culture and language, and like or any type of like writing or like structured thought in word form, that like you can just play a sound and that sound can translate the emotion behind why you're making the sound. And
Right.
it's just such a beautiful thing, which I guess is actually kind of where I wanted to go with the conversation. A question that I've recently, it's like at the very bottom of the list that I've been trying to digest, is like where what is beauty, or like, and like how do you define what something beautiful is? And
That's a very lovely territory, man. I love this. Ah, well, yeah, beauty is subjective, 100%. Subjective question. Um, I watched a nice video about why do we find things beautiful. So the evolution cycle took us from one place to a place where we find things beautiful is because when we were primitive, we were seeing that the shape of a leaf indicates spring, and then hence you can eat all that stuff. So we were conditioned to when we see something like this, then it's beautiful. Like we're attracted to it because we were conditioned that there is a positive outcome, maybe a fruit, sugar. Right?
mm,
Let's leave that aside. The For me, beauty is, for example, I have here one thing here in Europe. I'm seeing a lot is that people are afraid of depression. It comes to everyone, and they're all psychiatrists, psychologists, whatever. They're on pills, and like guys, no, no, that's not the case. Like being depressed is a beautiful thing. Now, how did I get to that idea of appreciating depression? First of all, many great artists created magnificent things. Tom York, man, like Radiohead, depressions, all types of mental problems, right? And he makes music that is wow, extremely progressive. I listen to ambient music a lot, and it's really dark stuff. Also, there's a genre here in Berlin that's popular called power noise. It's like yeah. Oh, dude, like on a fucked up day, man. Just flat. One time, I really was going like I was very lonely by myself and all that stuff. Came home and then I turned like a 2 hour set. Oh my god. Oh my like if you were passing by me, you'd be like, this guy's he's crazy.
Right.
But if you're in it, oh boy, it's like cool stuff, man. Like the emotion that it gives you is new, it's fresh, it makes you
Sure.
alive. You know? I find that beautiful, right? I find that I find that beautiful. I found darkness beautiful. I found light beautiful. You know, like
Yeah. There's a
I
lot of
I sorry, what is the Buddha is right here. So for this. So I my philosophy in life is this, you know, like basically this. We're just matter going down like this, you know. That's it. That's all it is, you know. And it's up to you whether you it's up to your spirit whether you want to engage with a certain thing or watch it all as a movie, you know. Yeah.
sure. Yeah, yeah. You get the idea or the core um I don't know if it's a belief or an observation of just the natural way that being alive is, that life, the Buddhists saying that like life is suffering, and how they have a big bent on having people be aware of like the attachments that they have in the world, and how like the more you hold on to attachments, the more pain that they can bring you.
Yeah.
But how you were saying that like beauty can be you can find the beauty, or you can find the meaning, I guess maybe is the way that I would say it, in that suffering. So then like when you learn how to suffer, you suffer less, or you just like you get more benefit out of it. And I think that's maybe where you can find more beauty in the less light uh emotions or experiences in your life, which is a very wise or like mature perspective to have, because there's this just imagining like a little kid, like something doesn't go their way, they throw the whole temper tantrum, and it's like
Right.
it's just yeah, you could do that, but I don't know, people don't want to hang out with you if you're gonna throw a temper tantrum about shit not going your way all the time.
Right. Like if it's going well for you right now, it's okay if it goes shit to you later, for you later. You know, like that's to balance it out. Like who the fuck are you to have it all good? You know, like
Right, all the time.
I'm quoting Louis C.K. You know, he was talking about like relationships, and he was like, you know, French couple, they think they figured it out and they found each other and that they're the soulmates, and they were like, yeah, we're like, he's like, wait, give it some fucking time. Like, who the fuck are you to be like, you know, like, oh yeah, it's good and shit like this. You know,
Right,
you have to go through hardship. You have to see her or him, if you're like through adversity, you know, it reveals true character, you know, like the hardship,
right,
yeah, really reveals true character. And that's when you figure out if that's the person you want to continue with or not, right? So like you should be looking forward to that, to these times. I'm talking about like also you like on a personal matter. Like if
yeah,
I am telling you from now, I have a big bill coming to me right now from the electricity company. A huge fucking bill. And I've been anticipating it for 8 months. I know it's gonna make my life very tough, but I just want to see what is going to balance that toughness, right? That was what is there will always be something there. There'll always be something to be grateful for, and this is why like religions tell you, hey man, like gratitude, man. Like if you're every day waking up and just being grateful that you just fucking woke up because you could die tomorrow, right? That just sets your day, just sets the whole mood of your day. If you just be like, holy shit, I'm alive. Damn, my loved ones are alive. Oh my god, wow,
Whew.
cool, man. Shit,
Right,
I survived another fucking day. I'm still breathing. Oh, there's food. Boy, put in your fucking face. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude.
it's just like if you start your day like this with this simple, you know, like mentality that everything is fine. Like we have you know, it's easy, simple. Like it's not tough.
Yeah, dude. It's not rocket science, but it's like almost a discipline in a way of like you have to like practice and do these things because you could say them until you're blue in the face, but if you're not actually like following through and like embodying them and like living them, then it's they're just like they're just words and ideas. Like, oh yeah, you just be
Yeah,
grateful, but like how the fuck do you do that? Like I've been getting back on like writing that shit down every day, at least like one thing. I got a little app for it, or like even if you just want to make it simpler, you just want a notebook and a piece of paper. You just like write down three things as soon as you wake up that you're
yeah,
like grateful for, and you just do that every day. And it's like it's such a simple, easy thing, and it's the thing that gratitude is the healthiest human emotion. Like it lowers your stress levels and just
really.
your whole energy field is like cleansed for the fact that you just like took a second to like be grateful that your heart's still beating or that you got food or a fucking roof over your head
Yeah,
or just anything that you got going on in your life that you can be like, fuck yeah, I'm glad that this is happening. Like I'm glad I'm sitting down doing this with you. I'm grateful for
yeah,
your time and
likewise.
attention and energy.
Really, likewise.
Yeah, 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 much appreciated. I feel called to ask about what your thoughts or feelings on AI as a tool or a thing that is like being quite disruptive for a lot of artists right now. Like, what are your thoughts or feelings or opinions on AI as a thing?
I love AI.
Yeah.
I love AI. I think okay, like um, look, man, it's like AI. First of all, dude, it's fucking impressive, man. It's like AI also. We made an artificial intelligence. All right, that alone is like it's crazy. It might take over. It might fuck us in the ass. They're the next species. We might descend from the top of the pyramid, right? And
Right.
yeah, which honestly we kind of deserve. But like anyway, let's see. I'm excited to see that future. But in terms of art, I follow some Instagram accounts. I'm happy to share them with you.
Hmm.
Guys who create AI art. It takes all the things that would take a regular artist to output in terms of like hardship and I don't know disorders and just life in general to develop a prompt that outputs that level of very like abstract stuff. So
Hmm.
like both you and I could you can sit us both in front of a laptop, give us generative AI technology thing. Our art is not going to be the same. 100% is not going to be the same. It's going to be exactly how we think, exactly how the thing. It's the same thing as how you and I, if we were giving a DAW or we were given a brush and asked to paint, it's going to be the same thing. So like it can be used as a tool to, first of all, make your life easier because that's the whole point. Like honestly, like there was a part about like, are you a struggling artist? Well, I'm not a full-time artist because I need to keep food on the table, right? So when I ditched my marketing sales job, I went into baking. I work as a baker, and I love it. It's good for my body. It's good for my health. It's much better than all the stress and all the heart palpitations and from my previous job. All gone, man. Like it fixed my body. My body got bigger and all that stuff. I feel healthier, right?
Hmm.
Um, so I really don't have time to like spend countless hours in front of a DAW making music. So I'm looking for the closest solutions or the easiest solutions for me to get my ideas out. So I have a friend actually who is visiting right now. He made music through AI, and it was really well made music. And if you listen to the music while looking at him, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, shit, it makes sense." Yeah, like it's him as if he is making. So I'm gonna ask him after this call, like, can you show me this AI tool because I want to give it a go.
Sure.
Yeah, because in my idea, for example, one artist that I really, really respect in terms of like mixing and production, like mixing the bass and the kick, Lauren. I don't know if you're a Lauren fan, but Lauren, man, this guy is like literally got figure in the production. He's from the States, I think. He's extremely vigilant. Like, there's not much information about the guy. He just
Hmm.
outputs like really, really heavy music. Now, I would like to hear Lauren mixed with a different genre, okay? So this will take me, for me, without AI, the process of going and reverse engineering what Lauren does on his thing and buy all the types of analog compressors and all that stuff, and then go learn the other genre and all that stuff, and which is a beautiful craft. But I would like to ask a prompt, just like, hey, could you please put these songs two together and see what comes out? Hmm.
Right.
Cool, yeah, right. Okay, let's add this, let's add that, let's add this, let's add that. And oh my god, okay, this is something that is resonating with me, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
it
definitely.
in some way it could be original. And like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I no, I was
sorry.
gonna say the only caveat is just making sure that you put that asterisk on there, like made with AI. I did use that tool. Like there's a lot of people, especially in like the visual artists world, that they like that are some people that I talk to. They're not super big fans of it. They just they don't because of how much time and energy it does take to actually get to a level or like like a skill ceiling that you're like you've achieved like this much after like the years that it took to get to like that point, and
Hmm,
that like at any time there's a technology that like basically like levels the playing field or
yeah,
like lowers the barrier to entry to like getting to like where they're at, it's people
yeah,
are like gonna be upset about it, and I feel like that's kind of basically what's happening.
yeah, kind of like a burst the ego bubbles,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's like, oh man, dude, I fucking thought I was like the best, but now I'm not the best anymore because everyone can just type
Sound
into
like
their
a
fucking computer.
uh,
Yeah,
uh,
it's tough, man. I guess, yeah. There's a thread that just fucking popped into my brain now that we're talking about egos or what have you. That like, how do you deal or have you had to deal with the like criticism and how do you navigate that?
not in the music world, but in my corporate world, I was always open to criticism. Otherwise, you don't grow, you don't go anywhere.
Sure.
If you don't take criticism and soak it up and build it from there. You know? So I'm always open to criticism. I actually love to be criticized because I know that if I'm criticized, that means I've reached a point where I'm actually showing something. I have a product, right? I've gotten there. Then that needs to be now evaluated. And of course, it matters who criticizes my music, right? Like, so like one opinion could be worth 100,000. So it also is important where the criticism and how the criticism is coming. You can sense sometimes jealousy. You can sense sincerity, right? So the sincere one, it won't hurt you because it's like, hey man, you can do that, you can do that. Try this out. I'm actually right now, like for example, I'll tell you honestly, like for in DJing, I'm looking for some sort of a mentor. I think I'm close to finding a guy who's like really like you there. Let's put it this way,
Hmm.
to guide me because I have a lot of questions, and the questions are going to be answered only when I perform and get correctly or get these answers right.
Right.
Um, so yeah, man, if you're yeah, and like some people, I don't know, man, criticize because it's not how they want. I had a friend, for example, who I was like producing a show in her, and she was very anal about mixing. I'm like, dude, no, just because I'm not doing what YouTube is telling me to do, that doesn't mean I'm not doing it right.
Right.
There's one producer I like. His name is DJ Boring, literally DJ Boring. He made Venona. It's a very a song about Venona riding, the actress.
Mm. Okay.
Um, yeah, it became a hit in the lo-fi house space.
Mm.
Everyone who's into house will recognize that it's a song. And one time I was watching a conversation about how he made it, and he was like, "Man, I was just jamming in my bedroom." And then the interviewer was like, "So when do you know when the song is finished?" He's like, I never know when the song is finished. I just like fuck it. It's like, and the four songs on YouTube that you're gonna check out, they follow the same thing. So like the for me personally, I think the mixing is me.
Mhm.
But when I show it to the average Joe, for example, they'd be like, no, everything is perfect, everything is fine. I'm like, okay, then you know, yeah,
Yeah, no, there's definitely a weird like the higher you climb in like any hierarchy or any go up any like corporate ladder anywhere,
yeah,
there's like experts that like people who are trying to improve like they think they need to like impress those experts but they forget that like most people specifically in music like they're not musicians they don't have perfect pitch
yeah,
they don't
yeah,
fucking know any of the theory they don't know any of the like what a time signature even is they just like
yeah.
does it sound good and that's the only fucking like metric for
Right,
like
right,
at
yeah.
least
Yeah.
thing for that.
There's a genre like I listen to this genre in metal called gent.
Mhm.
It's all these are this is music made for other musicians. This is
Mm,
music made specifically for other gent guitar players and drummers. You
that's
give it to the average guy, they won't understand a thing. But
right.
for me, I'm like, okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. So there's yeah a spectrum of like the sound that could be. Speaking of which, this is actually a very interesting topic. I think. Thank you for this opportunity for me to say what I'm about to say. I like live. Some people will see this. So I listen to all genres, all of them. I don't care what it is. I listen to it, and in it, I try to find the commonalities between them. So, for example,
Mhm.
I have music that the people who are into techno, the people who are into hip hop, the people who are into metal, did I say metal? With all and house, with all vibe to it. It's the same. It's literally the same vibe, but with different instruments, different stuff. It's the same fucking vibe.
That is fucking beautiful, man. That really is like building culture and like having that melting pot of just free expression and like letting people like show you what they think is cool and then like that's how you fucking find new awesome cool stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you like the opportunity because you had wanted to talk about something related to your girlfriend in
Yeah.
Ukraine.
Yes.
You
Yes.
want to.
So yeah, we founded Plumba. My
Mhm,
girlfriend is also a heavy raver from Ukraine. She moved to Germany because of the war, and I've been listening to some techno from Kiev, the capital city,
mhm,
and it was extremely impressive. Like honestly, wow, what a sound! And now after the war, the sound has gotten deeper because of the shit that's happening there.
mhm.
And she showed me crazy things. And what she's trying to do through her agency, Klumba, I'm like a quarter co-founder. Let's put it this way. She's doing all the heavy work. I'm supporting.
Mhm.
Really, she wants to bring the sound here. Yeah. And she wants. So we have cool friends here, also from Ukraine, also refugees who have amazing sounds, and we're trying to educate them on how to mix. And so, like, they come over and they try to the mixer, they they plug in their music and they try to get the sound because we want them to get their sound out. So that's the idea behind Tumba. Also, like the agency is to yeah, if you need a place to experiment. If you want to try DJing, please come to us, and we will make sure you get an opportunity, get yeah, some
That's
shine.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And
beautiful, man.
we're actually today we're starting this new like a Sunday post called Klumba Friends. Any DJ, any producer who wants to have a spotlight on a Sunday, just send us your stuff. It's free, of course. If you want to buy some coffee, that would be cool. But we'll get to that later. But like, yeah, if you want to have like a day where you want to showcase something to whatever views we have later, hopefully will increase. Please feel free. We'll try to our best to make some room for you,
Right.
especially if you're
No.
original and like have something that's like like you.
Right. Really trying to give people platform to share themselves, which is basically similar but different to what I'm doing. Mine's more of this conversational interview thing, but that is, yeah, really a similar vein up this same kind of alley. So it speaks to me, and that's really awesome. I hope one day I could maybe either do it or or do you do them in person, or is it like you're like uh, doing them online?
What?
Like, how are you sharing the music on this? Like, how are you sharing that?
On a Sunday, like if you have a song on SoundCloud, we can just highlight it. If you want to come
Okay,
over and record yourself, we'll put you on YouTube. We're
sure,
making a podcast. You know, there are
nice,
many cool places here in Europe that are doing these radios with a live setup. You can travel. There's one in Belgium, very nice. There's a bunch in Berlin. There's in Sweden. We checked them out the other day. Really cool stuff. Yeah,
cool,
yeah. But
that's awesome.
we're more welcoming music that is not like not necessarily always have to be dance music. We're looking for any genre, anything, man. Just like something new, like impress us, impress the world, man. Just like show us something cool, even if it's not your music, something you like to listen to. Want to share it with us? Feel, man, feel free. Yeah,
Sure, right
yeah,
on. That's awesome. Gotta fucking spread the positivity and the fucking the cool vibes as far and wide as you can, I guess. Okay, so we're pretty much at the end here. Let's just do the final question and then do where people can find you and all on that good stuff. So final question being, if when I hit the stop recording button, we were both to pass away, hopefully, obviously not, but
mm,
if that were to be the case, what nugget of wisdom or like insight from your like experience as a person would you want to like share if you could like if it was gonna reach
yeah,
everybody
yes,
everywhere?
yes, yes. Do what you love. Create. Do what you love, man. Like for real. I know it's cliche thing, but fucking do it, man. For real. If you're not convinced with what you're doing, stop it and do something else, and you'll be fine. I quit that corporate job. I thought it's gonna be the end. It worked itself out in 1 week. I was about to be homeless and have no salary and all that stuff. The last fucking week, where I was gonna burn out through my last like saving, my life changed completely, and I'm much better. So just fucking trust yourself. Trust what's destined for you, and do it, man. Yeah. And check out my music. Check out
No,
Kumba also. Yeah.
of course,
And
definitely.
also, I really want to thank you for this talk because I let out a lot of things that have been inside of me, like a lot of points. I wanted them to be heard, even by one person, but thank you. You're going to share it with your people. So I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. And I wish you all the best. Keep at it, man. It's really good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man, no problem. I thank you so much. I will say, uh, your egos die, but your soul is forever. So really, just try to like tap in and slow down and tune in to what the fuck's going on with your spirit, and then everything will line up and work out the way that uh right life life. That's it. I'm sorry if I'm saying it
Yeah,
wrong.
man.
Fucking
Just live life,
try.
man. Life is life. Life is good.
Yeah, life is good.
Also,
Okay.
yeah, like, yeah, yeah.
Sweet man. So, what so you say Kumba? So I'm gonna throw them up on the screen when we're talking
Cool.
about them. And then, do you have any like your sound? You want to say like what your SoundCloud? Like,
It's all in Kumba. Kumba, there's a link on the bio link tree, and there's me and our other artists. We have DJs in Poland based, and one guy he just joined us from Spain.
okay,
All of their music are there. They make techno, hardcore techno. I a bit more dynamic, but yeah, feel free to check them out, man. Like sounds from different places. Oh,
all right, sweet. Then I'll just say my last piece, and we'll be
do it, man.
done.
Yes.
Smile more, complain less, never ever ever give up until you discern us for your darndest best. Namaste, have a great day. Sloth Shun if it's nighttime soon. Like, share, comment, subscribe to keep the algorithm satisfied. And if I don't see you while I'm alive, I'll catch you on the flip side after I die. Thank you, people, for your time and attention. Check out live stuff. Links are in the description. And I will see you next time. Bye.